infatuated with the in-between, the ups, the downs, the curves and the rounds. I'll bring it to your city or your hometown. I'll go back in time when the feeling was fine, when funkin' was legal and it wasn't a crime. Party people lined up and down the way, a bigger celebration than your birthday. Funkin' up the neighborhood, I felt the fool 'cause the funkin' was good. Funkin' in the city, funkin' up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt the fool 'cause the funkin' was good. Funkin' in the city, funkin' up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. And I have seen the world pristine, funk you up in the bushes, funk you down in the trees. Now look around, all the frowns, the yellow, the white, the red and the brown. And keep in mind, it never costs a dime, 'cause funkin' is free, I remember the time. Now look today, the streets are gray, time to take it back to yesterday. Funkin' in the neighborhood, I felt the fool 'cause the funk was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt the fool 'cause the funk was good. It was good in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. Funkin' up the neighborhood, I felt fool 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt fool 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt fool 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt fool 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood.
And we're live.
And we're back.
Welcome to the
Ish.
Underdog Journey. I'm West. This guy is David, aka West's friend David. This guy
I
over
got a
here
name this week.
is Matthew Harmon, aka Top Gun. That's his nickname. Top Dad. Well, I wouldn't go that far.
I am the top dad.
Who walks in and says, "I just scared your children." So the fact that he's upsetting small children, making them cry, is not surprising. And Grimwood Hollow is saying hi. This is Steve.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we need to get him back on. We
Yeah,
need to get him back on.
this is Disney Imagineer
ASAP.
Steve. So thanks for joining us, man.
Yeah, bootlickers. I like it.
And Laura Lyons Black. Hey, everybody. So today we are going to talk about building an app for free. But first, David, what are you drinking?
I'm refilling a butane lighter.
Oh, today
For good reason tonight.
Today I'm putting a
For
butane
good,
tank
for good
in my
reason
mouth.
tonight. because if anybody follows me on my personal page, I was at a restaurant last night and I ordered a smoked old fashioned. And when they brought it out, the presentation of it was just awesome. So today, as I'm driving back, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna run by the store and grab what I need to make an old fashioned. And then I've got the little smoking dome thing. So yeah, it'll work. Well, I went to the store, bought all the stuff, found out that I had everything here except oranges, so I could do the orange peel. But I went ahead and smoked this one earlier, and it's not as cloudy now, so I want to re-smoke it again. But I've got it.
Those smokers are cool.
Yeah, so this right here is the little smoker I have now. I'm going to buy one like that the restaurant was using last night. But so there it is, and I'm gonna relight it and re-smoke it. So it'll be a twice smoked old fashioned,
a double smoked old fashioned. That's
double smoked. Double smoked. That's a much better way of saying that. Yes, a man of great words. So that was great. You know, man of great words. Another thing I got to do this week, Sunday night, Monday night, one of those nights, I was up in Maine and I went by Stephen King's house. Stephen King's actual house. Was he home? Yeah, Stephen King's.
Did you knock on the door?
I thought about it, but you know, there's a thing about going to jail for trespassing. I was like, yeah, probably not the best of ideas. So no, I won't
mind. He won't. He just
although I did really think about it because hey, it's me. And then to be honest, who doesn't want to hang out with me, right?
Well, if there's anybody who can appreciate a good prank, it's got to be Stephen King.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I mean, I was looking for a gypsy to run over to try to help me lose weight, but didn't find any.
Yeah, I've hit and run many gypsies, and it's never worked for me. So I shouldn't admit to that online.
Very. The show took a very dark turn there, real quick. Okay, there we go.
It usually does by this point.
We got some. Actually, it usually waits a little long. We got a little bit more smoke in there. So, all right, here we go. Here we. So you can see the smoke coming off of that sucker.
Cool. I like it. I like it.
And of course, it smells like a fire pit in here now. So,
says the man in a professional fire safety expert here. So, give it a taste. How is it?
It's all right. It's just wood.
Give it a taste. How is it?
All righty. Let's see here. Well, I mean, it's been sitting there for a minute, so let's make sure we stir it up properly here.
Of course,
Greg from How to Drink would be very embarrassed about how I just stirred that. But we'll go over and try.
Look.
Oh man, it's real smoke, real good orange on the nose. Nice.
Okay. What do you got? How you like it?
That is good. If you're going to make an old fashioned, I would recommend giving Blackened a try to do it.
Nice.
I'm using in this one. I'm using the Fee Brothers old fashioned aromatic bitters in this drink, so it's a little different than the Angostura bitters, which I'll be using for the next run.
Nice.
Good stuff. I've got three different bourbons over here to try with it. I've got the blackened bourbon, which is what we've got right here.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna rock the Blade and Bow next.
Okay.
So apparently collecting that key is kind of becoming a thing. I didn't know it when I bought it.
Well, there you go.
So I've got a key, and then I've got my single barrel 1792 sitting over here as well. So I like that one. This one's a real good go-to. That's probably my second or third bottle of that. I mean, I don't keep those bottles because they're nothing really fancy, but
it's not like having a little horse run across your screen there.
Yeah. Well, I got the Blanton. My Blanton's is over there. Blanton's is out of reach. I'm like, you know what? If there's a bourbon I'm not going to use using an old fashioned, it's Blanton's. If I had one of my favorite, I mean, just amongst all of them is the Eagle Rare, man. I love the Eagle Rare bourbon.
Yeah.
It's a pretty low cost bourbon in the realm of all of them, but as far as flavor goes, it's just phenomenal. I love it.
I usually mix my bourbon, my Blanton's at least, with Coke. I mix it 50-50 with the Diet Coke, and man, that is a great way to drink your Blanton's. So
you are going to get a pipe bomb shipped to your house.
So Steve from Grimwood Hollow asked, "What's your poison?" So Matt Harmon, what is your poison tonight?
I'm drinking tin cup and a glass.
Tin cup and a glass. Not even a tin cup. He's drinking tin cup and glass. You got to drink out of the tin cup.
Oh, We'll do that on the next one.
There you go. And so Steve is watching, so I really should break out the Bumbu rum. This is a rum that he recommended I get. And
now, Steve, no, Steve. What you don't understand is
Steve, what you don't understand
Wes
is this
Wes
is an inside
texts
joke.
me the next day and says, "I'm never drinking rum again."
I never said never, but we drank a
I'm
lot of
never
rum that
drinking-
night.
I need to go back to the. Do I need to go back to the text message?
I'm not sure I said never, but we went through a lot of rum that night. So Steve, you're a bad influence, and you got us into some trouble. But it was a great interview.
I am ready to get him back on the show.
It was he was awesome.
Absolutely brilliant. So I've got that rum over there. There's a couple more bottles of the sipping rum that I want to get in my collection.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. I'm really enjoying the rum lately. But tonight, it's hot weather outside. I was outside earlier, having a manly pipe, and I thought I need a good shandy. So I've been drinking the shandies since the weather's nice and hot, and
them shandies are good on a nice hot day.
It's true. It's true.
You having a beer in a glass?
I'm having a beer in a glass apparently. So there we go.
Beer in a glass.
Beer in a glass.
There are some of us that are just a little more refined than #TopDad back there.
Read the notes.
So apparently we need to get more rum in our veins. And believe me, I had enough rum in my veins to last me a long time after that interview. Yeah.
It was great. I might, if Steve wants to hop on our after show later, and just dial in, we'll pop over to that chat line that we had you on, that Skype line we had you on for the interview for the show, and I'll bring out the text message because it was. I
don't think I said never, but it was rough. It was rough.
It was good. Whether it said never or not, it clearly stated exactly the condition that West was in.
Yeah,
and that was good. So I was up in Niagara Falls, and I had a meeting at like 8:00 in the freaking morning that next day too. So that was fun.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing, I was actually feeling pretty okay the next day, but just memories of the night before, I was like, ooh, I don't need more rum for a while.
I'm good.
I'm good for rum. Exactly. Out.
That'd be enough.
There you go. See, you do a good pirate, David. You do a good pirate.
I used to be a pirate.
Yeah. Mediocre. I tapped that shirt on today.
Matt Harmon said he used to be a pirate. So,
oh God.
Considering Matt, you used to be in the Coast Guard. How was the pirating?
The pirates seem to be good.
There you go. So he actually did used to work on a boat. He might have been the I'll say coolest pirate ever. In the sense, like, your mom calls you cool because you complain that you have no friends. So.
Yeah. My mom just was like, "You got no friends because you suck."
Yeah.
Oh.
She's a lovely woman.
She's
She's on here watching.
Laura Lyons Black is a saint. Don't say a word against her.
All right. So we were talking about an app, right?
Right. So tonight.
So we have a demonstration. We have a demonstration you're going to go through.
We do.
We're going to set the over and under at 15. How many times I interrupt Wes tonight?
Oh, you're already well over that. But no. So
next week on the Underdog Journey, Wes Carnahan hosts the show alone.
And I'm going to be drinking rum the entire time. It'll be really interesting by the end.
Yeah.
So last week we talked about AI development tools and how to create great content using these free tools that basically build the content for you. And before we get started with the main topic, I want to say next week's show is going to be amazing because I am going to use AI to write the entire thing, and we're actually going to develop social media posts, a blog, and a video, all developed by AI. And by the end, we're going to have all this stuff, and we didn't actually make any of it ourselves. The AI is going to do it based on a few of these things. So next week is going to be awesome. But it also kind of inspired what we're doing this week, which is more free development tools, which is how to develop an app for free by yourself. Super easy stuff. And most people have no idea.
Yeah. Well, there's another special thing for next week. Is next week will be our second year.
That's right. Next week. Oh yeah. So next year, next year, next week. So maybe next week won't be the best week for that show, but it is in
I think
development.
that'd be a great week for it. You know, we did it for 2 years. Let the computers take over now.
Good point. 1 second, David. So your audio is a little laggy. I think it might be because this guy's on my Wi-Fi.
Oh, let me get off.
Sorry, man.
No, no.
So my kids are streaming stuff up there. My wife is probably on her phone. I got this guy back here, and I use AT&T. So AT&T, thank you for the amazing Wi-Fi service. You never disappoint to disappoint me. It's all you.
Yeah. AT&T bragging about their super DSL is always cracked me up.
DSL. DSL. It is still the early 2000s somewhere. If you have a time machine, so DSL is fantastic.
Well, it's basically the same technology they use for their Uverse. Is basically dual DSL. It's
right.
It's not
I have
good
Uverse.
tech.
I have Uverse, and it's awful.
Yeah.
It's really awful. Oh, okay. So here is the rest of our live studio audience. My daughter came down to attack the cat. This is so we adopted. Come over this way. So we adopted this cat, not the girl cat, but the cat, and we apparently got the best cat, because what other adopted cat would let a 5-year-old carry them around like this and not just completely freak out on the kid?
Yeah. Is the cat declawed?
No. Those claws are like needles.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's a crazy good cat right there.
That is a good cat. They love terrorizing that cat. Is Lot coming down, or is he?
He's playing a video game.
Kid loves to play his video games. Go figure.
What video games are you playing right now? Call of Duty?
Yeah, I think it's some murder thing. He's only 7, so we're slowly entering him into the murder theft games, things like that. I don't know, some kind of app. I don't know. Anyway, so
Grand Theft Auto, yeah, GTA.
Hey, Locke, come say hi.
What were you guys talking
Say hi.
about? Hi.
So, well,
What's your favorite?
I believe we had a person commenting on.
Have a favorite.
Hi, cat.
So.
Are you going to sing for us?
No. But
Are you gonna do a show? You gonna perform?
no.
No.
And I'm done with your shenanigans, Dad. I'm out. Peace.
Yeah, that's par for the course. That's normal for these kids. So. All right.
We should get Rio to come in, look at you, and just turn around and walk away.
That Rio is my dog. Everybody watching and listening. So this dog, I've never seen anything, human, animal, otherwise, more disappointed to see anybody in my entire life. So I mean, there have literally been times when I come home, and the dog, barrels through the house, coming to the door, expecting to see my current wife, who's also sitting over here, and she rounds the corner. She sees it's me. She stops because she's kind of embarrassed. She doesn't quite know what to do. She slowly lowers her head, slowly turns around, and leaves the room. Doesn't even come over to say hi. It's just disappointed to see me, and that is that's my life. So I'm not trying to get pity points, but they help. Okay.
All right, let's go get in the tub.
All right. Good night, guys. Say good night to
Good night, kiddos.
Oh, over here.
Birthday cake for breakfast tomorrow.
Yay! All right. Say good night.
Good night.
You get. Do I hear Pavlov in the background over there? What's going on?
Oh yeah. So there's an exercise bike with a bell on it.
Oh, in case you need to get people out of the way when you're on the.
Look. It's a dangerous exercise bike. I never said it was good. Yeah. Also, Pavlov was history's greatest monster. We could do a whole show about that guy.
I think we're on the wrong channel.
But this is not the right channel for that. Maybe when we start that new channel with Steve, we can talk about the horror's histories. And episode number 1 is going to be Pavlov. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, you gotta go upstairs.
So what did we buy for that? We bought a website to do that. Crazyology.
Crazyology.
We bought Crazyology.
Crazyology. That was it.
Yeah, so, Crazyology. Yeah.
So Steve, if you're still on, maybe we'll do a Crazyology podcast. Okay.
Yeah, that was.
Good night, guys.
Did you show them your...
I did.
You're so patient.
What?
I can tell you want to yell, but you didn't.
I don't yell at my. Have you met my kids? Do you think I yell at my kids?
Yes.
No. Do you think Kirsten would let me yell at the kids?
Absolutely.
Yeah, now you're dreaming.
As long as she's
Okay.
out of the house.
All right, McGregor. Calm down back there.
Oh, yeah, listen to Chatty Cathy over there.
Okay, Top
All
Dad.
right, I got it.
I'm a host and presenter on a podcast. I'm supposed to be chatty.
David, you are the absolute perfect person to have on a podcast.
Literally is the entirety of the job.
You got one job, man. You got one job.
I got one job.
All right, so
Drink and know things. That's it.
I do want that shirt though. That is a cool T-shirt. All right, so the main topic tonight though is how to build an app for free with zero coding. And honestly, there are a million choices. There's so many online. So originally, I was actually going to go through my top 5 and kind of go through the highlights, the features, the cost of if you want to move beyond the free feature. And David, you can see in the show notes that I actually have in pretty great detail all of them there. And I decided maybe I should give you guys a break and we could actually just walk through one of the best and build an app right here live and just show you how easy
That's
this
going to
thing
take
is.
less time than going through this agenda. Oh my lord!
What are you trying to say?
I scrolled through most of it and I read the top part of it, and then now you're going through Jotform, Bubble, Appy Pie, Airtable, ClickUp, AppSheet.
Yeah, everything in red.
And each
We're
one
not
of-
doing anything in red.
Oh, not red.
Yeah, we're not doing the stuff in
Don't
red.
do that. Is there a sign that says don't read the red? No.
Well, had you fully read the show notes, you'd see that I actually mentioned at a certain point we're not going to go through all of the features and walking through each one. Instead, we're just going to talk about the best one and build an app.
Yeah. I see it there, but I'm just scrolling down to get the impact. It'd be really nice to show this on there, just to show everybody what the in-depth work that Wes puts into this show. It's crazy.
You mean my awesome notes that you always make fun of?
Yes, this is it right here. Here we go.
Yeah.
So there we go.
So go through some
Still
features,
going.
and we go through all the individual
we're going.
ones and all the features.
And
It's not
we're
bad. So
going.
this is usually what our
And we're
agenda looks.
going.
This is usually what our agenda looks like. A lot of bullet points.
Yes, a lot of stuff on it.
But look, I'm thorough. You can't say I'm
I
not
sent him
thorough.
over to business. Hey, tonight let's just talk about beer. Let's forget everything. Just talk about beer. Boom.
That's
Agenda.
well,
written.
look. If the show were just about shooting the breeze and talking about beer, that'd make perfect sense.
That
We
would
could
be
totally
good.
do that.
And we actually, to be honest, we have done that. So
And Steve says it better be a rum app, and that's not a bad idea. Maybe we could build a rum app. Let's build a rum app. I'll show you how to do it.
yeah, like an Untapped app for sipping rums or mixing rums. And,
I've actually
rums
thought
in general.
I've actually thought about an Untapped app for tobacco, for cigars and pipe tobacco.
That would be pretty cool because
So-
I like the one that what's the one that you gave me?
Untapped?
No, the sweet tobacco.
Oh, so I gave you a couple. One that I gave you was the sweet one was Lane Q1, which is an aromatic,
Yeah.
and it's one of the favorites out there. It's pretty tasty.
Oh, I don't have them in here tonight. So before we launch into this, Zovi candles. That is who is making the Underdog Journey candles for us. I have 2 prototypes. I'm gonna have him knock the scent down by like half.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're pretty potent, but they they really get your attention. Yeah, right there. This is who is making our candles.
Yeah, so I'm
So
looking forward to smelling it. I haven't smelled that yet.
Yeah, so I've got the two of the prototypes over here. I've got the bourbon leather, and I've got the one that's supposed to be matching that tobacco, that Lane Avenue Shopping Plaza, whatever it is that you said. The Lane Alley or whatever thing. So those are the 2 sets, and I think I'm gonna have him knock down the potency of them by half, and that'll bring the subtlety to it that I'm kind of looking for, because right now they bring the power, but it's you put them in your room, you're gonna know it. So
Okay.
I'm gonna have him knock it down, and then we're gonna go back to retest it and see what we come up with. So he's still working on the tobacco was the first run. The bourbon and leather one he has that one pretty dialed in. Again, we're gonna knock it down by half. but as far as the fragrance part of it goes.
Mhm.
So we should have within the next, I don't know, probably a month, we should have a pretty good viable product. I'll bring it over to you so you can check it out, get your seal of approval before we put an Underdog sticker on it, and we'll make a label and we'll get them on. We'll find some place that you guys can order them, or
Maybe we'll build we'll build an e-com platform right here on the show,
Yeah,
and we'll show you how to do it and sell your own product.
We'll start with selling candles and paper with our autographs on it.
There you go. So Matt asked a second ago what Steve does. Steve is a professional Imagineer. He's an Imagineer at Disney.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, of course, Matt wasn't watching that episode where we interviewed him, but you missed a good one. It was a fun show.
Where do you get the
It was probably one of the best. Matt, that show went 3.5 hours long.
and then we stayed on afterward to shoot the breeze a little bit more.
Yes. It was well, we had 3.5 hours of straight up drinking rum.
Yeah, it was dangerous.
We were just in it for the shooting the breeze part at that point. So it was definitely wrapping up time, but we stayed on afterwards and kept right at it. Probably should not have, but we did.
Yeah, exactly.
it went well.
It was, in my memory it went well. I haven't been brave enough to rewatch the show yet, but I think it went well.
It was. I've rewatched most of it. I didn't go through all of it. 3.5 hours is a lot of time to dedicate, but that show performed very well. Last week's show, we were talking about our metrics and how we, hit up high with the ladies at one point. Right now we are, I think, like 56-44 with the guys at the 56 number.
Mm-hmm.
So we're within the range of where we kind of want to be and where we're wanting to hit. So. And the age, and we brought the age down because here for a while our watchers,
women age 65 to 85.
Yes, man, we were killing it with ladies in their 60s and older, but it was but we brought that down way down, and we've got the balance.
Oh yeah,
if we got a straight 50-50, I would be like yes, but. It is what it is.
And after 104 episodes over 2 years, I think. So this is number 103. Next week's 104. So after 104 episodes and 2 years, those analytics that we get back are going to be pretty accurate. So we should do a show pretty soon about how to read those analytics, how to read your demographic, both on multiple platforms. So we have data now for Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram that I think we can dig into and really get some good results.
Okay, very cool.
Sounds
all right, you ready to dip in?
Let's do this. Okay. So, I got to bring my notes back up. You guys are messing me up here.
Bringing the notes.
See?
While you're bringing the notes, I've got to mix another drink.
All right. So the thing is, every one of us, at any point that we've ever had an idea for a business or something like that, I guarantee you've also had an idea for an app. Or you realize that business that you're thinking about needs an app. Not just because it's, the cool thing to do, but it's also functional. As far as being convenient for your customers, as far as scheduling, as far as e-com functionality. I don't know if you guys remember the early 2000s having a website. I mean, if you had a website in the early 2000s, you were gold. The e-com boom back then. Now, granted, it was part of a bubble that just burst, unexpectedly, and you can Google the results of that, but. Apps are in a very similar place right now. For a long time, if you wanted, just like with website, if you wanted a professional website, you had to hire somebody to develop it for you. Now you can build it yourself using, click and drag functionality, drag and drop functionality. Same thing with apps. You don't need a team to build a giant Facebook-esque or e-com app anymore. You can do it yourself. And a lot of people don't realize that they can do this or how easy it is. So we're going to dig into... What do you got there? You got your simple syrup?
I'm going through the menu. You keep on going. They can just watch me as I'm making my my thing here.
So we're going to start basic, and we're actually going to dig in, and I'm going to give you a few names of some free app development platforms, and we're actually going to dig in, and we're going to build an app right here. And in fact, the platform that we're going to use David might cringe a little bit when I say this. I haven't actually built an app with this platform. I don't know how to use it, but I've done a lot of research on which one's the best ones. I picked the very best that I could find.
I'm not going to cringe. I think it's a great idea.
I picked the very best
it's a great
we can
idea.
find.
We haven't
and
seen
we're
it. We
gonna
haven't
build
done
one.
it. We're going to show you how easy it is right now.
Yeah, so we're going to get there. We're building up to it. So, but these app platforms they're no code platforms. You don't need to know a single line of code to develop on these. So basically, what are some of the great things about the no code app platforms? Basically, you're going to think about workflows. You're going to think about getting your app to the market quicker. You don't have to wait on a team of developers to get it there and then publish, and then something goes wrong and you test it and you republish. You can literally do it all yourself from your couch. It's that easy. Reduce costs. The cost of building an app, if you actually go through a professional app developer, is going to be astronomical. That was one of the main hindrances, for the most part, why a lot of people don't have apps. That's not the case anymore. Now you can do it for free. And if you want to upgrade a little bit, I mean, you could get a Facebook-looking app. You can get an app that looks like it was, built by $1 million company for $50 a month if you really wanted to upgrade that far. And $50 a month is not a lot of money when it comes to something that's this functionally well designed. So I'm just going to list off the names of some great apps or platforms that you can look at. One is Bubble.com. So Bubble.com Bubble.io. And this is one of the ones that everybody goes to. Whenever you think that you want to go and build an app, and somebody says, oh, go to Bubble, build it yourself, super easy. They have a free version. There's Appy Pie, there's Airtable, there's ClickUp, but there's always one that rises to the surface. And the reason for this is probably one of the easiest platforms to use. I've seen a couple videos on this, and all the reviews say the one that you really want to jump into first is called Jotform, because it's a cloud-based platform. It's completely automated. You don't need to. If you wanted to, you could literally go in, answer a few pre-written questions, and it will build an app for you. All you need to do is plug in some product if you want to sell it, that sort of thing. Point it back to a couple blog posts. It's, unbelievably easy. This platform has, in total, so they have multiple different services they offer. In total, they have over 10,000 free templates you can choose from. That's insane. As far as just app-specific templates, they have over 300, and they actually recently added, I love the sound effects, David, thank you, an ecom functionality with over 100 free templates. So, unbelievably easy to use, and we're going to show you how to use this platform. In addition, they have a lot of plugins, too, as far as PayPal, Google Drive, Dropbox, MailChimp, Salesforce, if you need a good CRM, all kinds of things. Beyond that, you can also add things like checklists, image sliders, add terms and conditions for your website. Scheduling for your business or service. It's unbelievable what you can do. So we're going to dig in, and we're actually going to build this app while David drinks his delicious old-fashioned over there. How's that going, David?
It is in the smoker.
Jesus H. Never.
So
it is building up as we speak,
With this smoke.
and we're going to let that set and get it nice and smoky, and then we're going to have ourselves another smoky old-fashioned.
We got our bourbon snob back here.
What the hell's wrong with him?
Got it. He's already an old grandpa. What's wrong with you young whippersnappers today and your newfangled old fashions? What's going on with that?
So the old fashioned actually dates back to like the 1800s. So
it literally is.
Originally, it was a served warm cocktail, and before it was called the old fashioned, it was just called the cocktail.
Cocktail.
That's where it came from. So there's a lot of history you can pull out of this, just on that one drink. So
good.
So
to know.
look here, old man. It's older than you. Bugger off.
All right. So
we are on Jotform now. So we've got it there. Is my audio working?
Yeah. So
for those longtime viewers, you get that. It seems like every time that we switch over and bring something online. But Wes did promise me and assure me that today he did check and make sure the audio was on on all of the different scenarios that we're going to be running tonight.
That's true, but I will mute you at the first hint of impropriety, David Leffingwell.
When have I ever been impropriated?
Yeah, I can do anything from here. I can mute him. I can. I need to put little sound effects over him that he can't hear. That's the next step.
Well, no, okay. So just so everybody knows, we actually got blipped last week. There's part of last week's show that got muted because we were testing out that auto apps where we had a randomly generated face animated, and we couldn't hear it, but you all could. It was singing or it was talking and apparently making, gastronomical noises as well. And I had hashtag my current wife come in here like, can you guys not hear that? I'm like, what are you talking about? It's like that thing is singing XYZ song and making fart noises.
So I did go back and rewatch that part because I didn't realize it was making noises either. So basically what we did was we went to thispersondoesnotexist.com where it uses AI to generate these faces. And after the show, David and I and David's current son were playing with the app just to figure out how some things it was doing to make it work. So all these faces on here are completely AI generated. None of these people actually exist, hence the name. This person does not exist. And every time you refresh the page, you get a new person that does not exist. And what we decided to do was we took a screenshot of one of these AI generated people, and we put it in one of those apps that when you're speaking or singing, it moves a photograph over the lips and facial movements of that person,
of that screenshot or of that face.
Screenshot. Right.
So we had this non-existent person speaking non-existent words, all created by AI.
And it was like it looked cool. It looked cool, but it was dancing, and there was this weird song that was copyrighted apparently, and it kept making fart noises, like a lot of fart noises.
Wellerman. The Wellerman. That's what it was. It was singing the Wellerman sea shanty.
But I don't know why they needed that many fart noises over that song, but the app added a lot of fart noises over that song, and it was hilarious. So that is the part of the video that was...
Yeah, that's the part of the video that got muted. And, we had him come in here. It's like, can you not hear that? What are you talking about?
We didn't. It's actually really funny. If you go back and listen to that one part, it was really funny. Because we're just going on like nothing's going on, and there's all these just really, really sloppy sounding fart noises going on in the background. Oh,
you had to use the word sloppy in that.
Go back and listen to it. They were some rough sounding farts, man. So they were like, it was bad. I won't get any more detail than that.
But all right, yeah, sure.
So Jotform. So Jotform is really happy we're talking about him right now. After that, okay, now we got to get back because David's showing us his old fashioned. What do we got there? That is a nice smoky looking old fashioned. I hope your smoke detector doesn't go off.
I don't have one here. This is not considered a bedroom, so it doesn't have to have one. An office. So. All
right, which bourbon did you use there?
This is the Blade and Bow.
Blade and Bow.
Blade and Bow.
Okay.
So,
give it a taste.
Try.
How is it?
Ooh.
Yeah? Pretty good?
All right, yes. I like that in the old fashioned better than I like the blackened.
Okay, really? Okay.
You know me, it's Metallica, so I'm a bit of a fan.
Metallica is known for their bourbon.
Yeah, very well known. Very well known. This is batch number 10. This is 120. I have 100 and I think I have batch 99 over there too.
Cool. Nice. All right. So back to building an app. So when you first land on Jotform.com, you can either sign in or guess what? You can start for free. But let's just roll through here real quick and see what they have to offer on the front page. Basically, just give some information. They really want you to log in. But what you really want to see is don't go to templates, don't go to my forms, go to products. And here's the interesting stuff here, in my opinion. So you have a form builder, you got templates, you got report builder, stuff like that. But when you go to Jotform apps or the new store builder, these are the really interesting things here, in my opinion. So As you can see, they just added the store, e-com functionality in these apps, which is awesome. And let's go here. Let's go to Jotform apps, see what they have to offer. So from here, it just gives you a quick overview of what you can expect, what the platform looks like. Literally drag and drop your different app widgets, we'll say, elements onto the platform. And from there, you can also share directly out. You can share a link to download it. You have a QR code you can share out. Gives you an overview of what the app is going to look like on different devices. And again, goes through some of the templates. Pretty much what you'd expect to see on any website building platform's front page. And now let's go to Store Builder, see what that has to offer, which is e-com functionality on a free app, which is awesome. I mean, granted, you could build a Shopify shop, which we're going to do soon to sell these candles, but we could even do it here and all for free. And it's the same functionality, drag and drop. You can literally pick one of their templates, drag your products on there, add a price. I'm going to guess add some banking information to get the e-com functionality to actually work. And you're off to the races. I mean, it has never been this easy to build an e-com app. It's unbelievable. And they have Apple Pay. Thank you. Everything should have Apple Pay, Google Pay, PayPal, Square, Venmo. I'm not sure what this S is, but I'm sure it's good. I don't know. What do you think S is? I have no idea. You think I would know this? It probably says over here.
I don't know.
Stripe?
Is that Cash App? I don't know.
I think it says, well, it's listed over here. So PayPal, Square, Stripe, Venmo, Apple Pay, Google Pay, Stripe. I'm not sure what Stripe is, but it's probably one of the good ones that's listing it. But my point here is everything should have Apple Pay. If you have a website or an app that doesn't have Apple Pay, I don't do business with you because Apple Pay is genius. I use it for everything. So let's go ahead and get started. And you know what? Let's not even get started here with the store builder because we can always add that later. Let's go ahead and start with Jotform apps. And as you'll notice, look, I'm not even logged in. I literally just landed on the front page. I hit apps. Let's go ahead and get started for free. And
so how much is that?
Well, so do you want to get to the prices or do you want to get started?
No. It's just I haven't interrupted you in a while, so I just felt like it was time.
So we are going to build an app for free.
I'm interested. Take off. Go.
So we're building an app for free. And, we can look at the pricing and stuff right now. Look, you can see right here in the top corner, I'm not even logged in. And guess what? It's going to let me begin building an app without even logging in. I haven't even entered any information yet. They don't even have my email address yet. So anybody worried about, you have to enter a credit card, you have to, promise payment later to do this stuff. No, you don't have to do that here. You literally just land on the page and start building your app right there.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Why would they let you do that without paying?
Because it's okay. So
if you take the time, okay, this is a psychological.
That's actually a good question.
Yes.
Go ahead. What were you going to say, David?
I'm saying it's a psychological thing. It's definitely advantageous to them to put the paywall at the end of it after you've put a little bit of blood, sweat, and tears into the development of your product. Because now you have the investment, you can see what it looks like. You don't have it. It's not a tangible asset, or in this case, an intangible asset to you. It is something that you've put the time in, you like it, you've got approval. Now I want to put my email address and everything into it, my credit card, I'm buying it. As opposed to when you get it and the first thing they want is you to fill out 5 pages of documents. Guess what that's called? That's called a bounce.
Well, it's friction. Yeah, it's friction, which any website, that's their number one goal is to reduce friction. And I think it also builds confidence in the user to come in, try it out, and they're confident enough their product is going to be good enough that you're going to want to subscribe later.
I like that.
Yep.
Yeah, I love that. I think it's awesome.
I think it's a great business decision. I think it's a good way to handle it from a business management and from a setup on how you can actually capture more of the business. So let's say you have people that go through and go ahead and enter the stuff in the beginning. Even then, I guarantee the matriculation is going to be much lower on that model than this model. If you put both of these exact same platforms up, put one of them where you had to log in to begin with, and one of them where you don't have to do anything until the end, I guarantee you're going to get matriculation off of this style more than you will the other.
Right, there you go. So, I mean, look, again, they don't have any of my information, but they're going to let us build an app here. So, we have a few choices to make. We can build one from scratch. Now, remember, if you build it from scratch, you're not working from a template. You can probably add template items later. I don't know. I've never used this platform before. But I'd rather work from a template, at least at first, to see,
absolutely.
To see how it should be. You got the framework there. Let's build upon a great framework. So we can use a template. Right here, again, we can build a store. This is something they recently just added. Or build one for me. And this is what I was saying earlier. And I only know that this existed because I came this far earlier and I didn't go any further. So you could even just answer a few questions and we'll build and we'll create the app just for you, which is really interesting. I would love to try that. But let's take a look at the templates first. Let's see what they got as far as templates go.
I'm looking there. I'm looking through the things. Oh, I can do a barbershop app.
Right. Well, here's the thing. So I mentioned earlier they have 300 templates that you can choose from for just the basic app functionality. And they have it broken out here by industry. So look, booking, checklists, education, healthcare, inspections, inventory. Let's see. Reservation app, salon, scheduling, tracking. And here's the thing that a lot of people don't realize about apps. When you're thinking about building an app, it's not just about making like a Facebook or building a game or, just something to go and waste your time on. A lot of these things are going to be business oriented, and a lot of business oriented apps usually aren't even generally public facing. Think if you have like let's say you're a personal trainer, right? And you have a client list and you want an app specifically for your clients where they can book their appointments. They can make payments. They can buy specific products that you recommend to them. You can add all of these things to a private app and only they have access to it or login functionality to it. Or let's say that you have another business where you're selling, private label beer
candles.
I don't know. Private label candles. Okay, private label candles. And your new drops, you want to save for your most loyal customers. And you have behind this login wall access to information and products that isn't available to the rest of the app or the general public. So there's a lot that you can build into these apps that go far beyond the average expectation of like a Facebook or a Twitter or a game or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So basically, I mean, you got the basics or the starts of a loyalty program.
Right. And that's what you want because look, I've worked on a lot of loyalty programs in my professional life. And the whole point of a loyalty program is just that loyalty. It's long-term lifetime value of
those
the
people who continue.
It's extending the lifetime value of your clientele, of your customer base. And that is ideally what any business wants, is to extend that lifetime value. So, yeah, let's see. What do we want to do here? Let's say we want to build an app around, I don't know, education. Why not? I'm just going to choose at random. Let's see what some of the education templates look like. Okay, interesting.
That'd be a good thing for Simply Life Safety to put in too.
Well, there you go. Exactly. And some of these templates are okay. They're not some of the better ones I saw on the front page. But let's go back and see some of the other ones. Let's say booking. Okay, let's say you own a salon or an event company, something along those lines. Again, if you're a personal trainer, this would be right up your alley for exactly what you need. Let's say home maintenance. Let's go with home maintenance. Why not? And let's see. It says try this app, or you can view the app on different.
Here's
different
one for Noah Leffingwell, mobile car wash app.
Mobile car wash,
where you can do so. If you go to the thing, you can select all categories, and then over it had automotive. So I selected automotive, and now here's a car maintenance app, car repair estimate app, but a mobile car wash app, because he is really into doing details on vehicles and cars and whatnot. And I can look here. It looks like it got a Nissan GTR on the page there. So I'm clicking on it real quick, and they got a GTR up on top. Scroll down, looks good. Okay. Who else could use this, benefit from this, is one of our regular viewers.
Yeah.
Fidelity, mobile wrapping solutions. That right
that's
there.
right. That's right.
Even though this says car wash mobile
Mhm.
app, doesn't mean it actually has to be to car washing. This could be mobile app wrapping of the vehicles as well. And so right here is an app that you can, or a website you can use to create a app for your product. This is Fidelity. That's Matt Hamlin, for those who don't know. And go take a look at his the business side of the website, or the business side of his Facebook page. And absolutely phenomenal. Now he has an ability to go and create an app for his customers.
Right. And they can book appointments right on the app.
Yep.
They can even pay over the app. He can add products on here. So let's go ahead and look at this mobile car washing app. Let's see if we can build this out to something more functional here. So we can take a look at some of the, let's see, some minor details about this. Let's see, try this app. All right, it's not showing us a lot about this app right now. Different devices. Let's say use this app. Let's jump into this app here and see what it lets us do. Page
Oh, okay. I'm going through it right now. Try this app, and it's pretty cool. Let's see. We add to cart. Standard car wash, $20. Add to cart.
So they can't see what you're looking at here. So,
well, yeah, they can't see it, but I can see it. It's cool. I'll explain it to you.
Well, my point is
mobile car wash.
All right. App. Why don't you follow along my screen so everybody can, so we all be on the same page?
I like my page.
All right, so here is the basic layout of what you're going to do when you build out your app. Okay, and this is going to be the front page, the logo, product, services right here. Let's say you want to preview what the app looks like. We're going to hit this little preview button. We're going to see what happens. And it shows us what this app is going to look like on a phone. It's a little slow to load. Unfortunately, doing a lot of stuff here, and this is probably pretty heavy.
I say that's on your end because it's the website.
There it is.
Just from a guy who, I mean, neither one of us has ever been on this. On my end, this thing is snappy. But
yeah, it's
for West Computer and Internet is doing a whole lot right now.
It's doing a lot right now. So yeah, but you can see right here, all of the basics of what this app should do. You got your products, you got your services. You have book a car wash appointment, contact information, social media. And you can easily go back in. Let's turn off preview mode here and go back and see if we can get in some of the settings. Yeah, my computer is really bogged down. I got to get a second computer for this for the stuff we do here. Okay.
Yeah, I switched over. I got rid of the MacBook with the M1 processor and went back to a Windows machine, rocking an i7 and 16 gigs of RAM, and I've got no hiccups. I mean, it is smooth as can be now. I love it.
Well,
Plus,
I have a feeling
both my screens back.
Well, I have a feeling, regardless of the laptop you'd be using, if it's doing all the stuff my computer is doing right now, it might be a little slow. So from the app settings, we got a few basic things here. Let's go to app name and icon so we can just change some things up. Let's say Noah's Car Wash. We're going to rename this app here. Noah's Car Wash. We can also go in and edit the icon. Say we want to put our own logo on there. Let's see if this loads. Oh man, it is being rough here. It's not letting me do anything. Okay, I changed the name. It's not letting me change the icon right now. I think it might be frozen. Oh no, I think I froze the entire app.
You done broke it. Oh, there it goes.
Okay, here we go. All right. Let's see if we can go back and change that icon now that it's trying to load. Okay. We are noticing some bugs. Oh, there we go. Nope, it came up. Ah, there it is. Okay, so this is the icon. Literally, remove icon, remove image. And what we're going to do, let's go ahead and upload our own. I'm sure I have something on my computer I could put in there. Let's see. Let's find a good Underdog logo to put in there. Underdog logo stuff. Load that right in there. And there we go. That is the new logo for Noah's Car Wash. And you can also choose from other pre-existing icons. If you didn't have your own logo, if you didn't want to develop your own logo, first of all, go to Canva. You can build a logo for free from that platform. Highly recommend it. But if you didn't want to do that, you can also use one of their icons that are pre-developed already in here. But we added this nice Underdog logo here. Let's now go to splash screen. And a splash screen, just so you guys know, as you've noticed, sometimes there's some lag when you try and load a platform or an app. And what the splash screen is, this pops up while the thing is loading. So the splash screen comes up with your logo, your name, while it's loading, gives the app a chance to catch up, and then your app fully populates on the screen. So very important. I highly recommend that. And as far as the splash screen, it's just going to be your logo and the name of the app. So you can change the color. Orange is fine. Doesn't really matter. You can change the font color. That's fine. This is just for demonstration purposes. And that is good to go. Let's go back to build and let's see if we can get some other some widgets on here. All right. Let's hit this little paint roller over here, see what this does. So from here, you can change the general color scheme of the app. Oh, there it is. Okay, general color scheme of the app. You can change the font color. You can change the background image if you wanted a background image. The font family. If you don't like this font, you want something fancier, you can add that there. Let's say Noah's Car Wash should have a color theme of this nice, pretty pink. Let's see if we can get this pretty pink to load. There we go. That's beautiful. Beautiful. Okay.
He's a weird kid. He'd like that.
Look, he might. Kids do some interesting things these days. But you can go through, change the basic color scheme of the app, or you can go in and customize these colors yourself, which is all right here. You can also go to app layouts. You can say, if you want this default layout, that's fine. You can also go in and you can change the layout. Let's see if it'll reshuffle things according to the layout. No icon layout. I don't know why you'd want that. Let's see what else we got up here. A lot of these layouts look pretty similar. I'm guessing because we haven't added a lot of elements to this app yet. And it didn't save the new logo. Let's find out why that is. This is very exciting for people watching and listening, I'm sure.
Yeah, they are. Because while you're over there doing all that, I'm over here just messing away on other stuff.
Story of my life, man. I get it.
I'm doing the same thing, but I'm going to share my screen here in a moment, and it'll only show up in the little box here. But just to kind of show you, there we go. We're going to click app preview. I'm getting ready to preview. Okay, here we go.
Oh, you're gonna show us yours? Okay.
Oh, it didn't. It did not. It will not load the image for it, which is sad. So I've got the logo up. So here we go. Let's see. Here's just mine. Start sharing. So you guys should see it.
Nope.
You can't see my box there. It says Fidelity Wraps right there.
I think you're sharing. You're sharing your screen into Skype. You're not sharing your screen into the rest of us.
Well, if I'm coming, who knows? All right, we're gonna stop
fine.
sharing then. Screw y'all. You're trying to believe me when I tell you.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's cool.
But now since you kicked me off, hang on. Let's 1 second here. So
this
I'm
counts
guessing
as 5 interruptions, by the way.
David, I'm guessing you can't see my screen anymore.
Oh, I can't see anything.
Yeah, because when you tried to share your screen, you kicked me off of screen sharing, so now you can't see what I'm doing. So let me go back and share my screen again, so you can see what I'm doing here. So we're all on the same page.
I can't see a thing, man.
Well,
share your screen. I can't see it.
David.
I know. If anybody wanted to take Wes's blood pressure right then, that would have been a good time.
All right. Okay.
All right. We can see the island, but it's cool. I mean, I've done it over here. I have built a app for Fidelity Wraps with using images I just jacked from his Facebook page.
Exactly.
So they're his images on here. We've got a thing here for window tint, and where you could add to cart a base wrap, a wash and detail, wheel cleaning. I just left that on there because it's all the time. But in just a few minutes, and I'm just rocking the preview app.
Yeah,
feature on it. It's great. Love it.
Super easy. It's super easy. So let's say we want to add new things to this app. We want more than just these four products here. Literally go to this little plus icon for add elements. And from here, we can add different things. We can add copy to it. We can add links. We can add documents or images or buttons. So let's go in. We can add more product listings. So the whole build an app versus, there you go. You have it on your phone.
There is a little thing at the top of the screen there in the app preview that says try it on your device. It drops a QR code on the screen, and you can run it on your phone. We have still not entered a single email address or anything.
Right. Exactly. It's amazing the stuff they let you get away with before even entering in any information. You can add videos. You can add image sliders. A testimonials section, which is huge. I mean, we need to do a whole show just on testimonials and social proof.
Yeah.
Reports.
We have talked about it. We have touched base on it, but we haven't dedicated a lot of time to it. I think it would definitely be something worth spending that time on.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's say we want to add a button in here. We can literally just drag this in here. And where did I put this button? I put this button down here. Okay. So you're going to notice on these different sections, this little these 6 little circles here. So we can actually move these things around in different order on this app. And again, my phone's being my laptop's being really kind of persnickety about how it loads these things. But you can go in.
I'm sorry. I'm going back to persnickety.
Oh, persnickety. It's a word. It's kind of it's like phraseology.
I'm not challenging you on that.
It's like phraseology.
I'm not challenging you. I'm just saying I like it.
All right. So for this button, you actually go in and hit settings, and you can change the link. You can have it send an email if you want an email directly from this link. A navigation page if you wanted to have a different nav for that. You can do any number of things. You can change the styling of this button as well. There you go. It's a little slow. So change the styling. You can have change the position of left, right, center. Any number of things. Have it full width. There we go. Okay. And you can do the same thing here on these product listings. So we're going to go in. And we can go in and change the product. Change the store settings. And again, remember, we haven't even entered any credit card information, email address, nothing yet. So right here, we have the 4 default product listings.
This is such a good idea.
And we can go in, exactly, it is a great idea. And you can go in, you can change what this product is named, what the price is, the description of this product, the image. Let's say the default is kind of what you like. You can also go in and... I lost it here. And change some other settings with that. You can duplicate it if you don't want to, reproduce. Go through all the hassle of listing an image that has very similar values. You can then go in and change the store settings of these. You can change payment method. The default here is Stripe. You can add express checkout. I'm not totally sure what that is yet. It says users can order items quickly without using a shopping cart. I'm guessing that's similar to Amazon's Buy Now button.
Yeah,
which is
like
amazing.
Buy Now button. One click, yeah.
Right, which is incredible. Let's see. Customer information. You can ask for specific information. Full name, email address, phone number, shipping address, billing address, and a message if you need more message stuff. And let's see. Let's go to product settings, see what this is. You can have the default layout. You can have single columns, 2 columns, 3 columns. You can change the currency. Let's say you're not in the United States or you don't want to accept US dollars. Let's see what their other options are.
Oh, tell me there's Bitcoin.
That's what I was hoping for. Let's see what we got here. I don't see Bitcoin. However, you can get a Belize dollar which is good to know. Or Zimbabwe Dollar, DOLLA. That's not being insensitive. That's
no
literally what
rampant
it's called.
inflation's ever affected in Zimbabwe.
No, they're well known for their
Stable
the
currency.
stability of their currency. Yes.
Yes.
So you can change all of this stuff. And again, we haven't even entered any information at all. Let's go in and let's say we want to add, let's see, we got products on there, we got buttons, we got images. Let's say we want to go in and add a map. Where can you find Matt Hamlin's company where he can wrap your car? Oh, he's not in San Francisco. What's up with that? Matt, you living in San Francisco these days.
I'm working on it.
You can enter latitude and longitude. Well,
I'm sitting here looking right here. Right there is the pier area. There's Alcatraz out there. Little dot there.
There you go.
And then right there's Ghirardelli Square, which if you haven't ever been,
delicious chocolate.
Go. It's what it is. It's the chocolate and everything. They have the bake. Oh my God, make my mouth water. It's so good. So good just thinking about it.
So this is interesting. Apparently, you need to add latitude and longitude to tell the map where to default go. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
So
but you
I
can
don't
pull
know.
off of Google Maps in case you guys don't know. You can pull that off of Google Maps.
That is true. You can go to Google Maps. I don't know my exact latitude and longitude right now, or Matt Hamlin's. So we're just going to say he's in San Francisco. So now you have a map where they can find your company. And let's say you don't want your map all the way up there. Let's go ahead and drop this down. Let's see. What is this here? Oh, that's the navigation. Funny, they put the navigation right there. Here's the image slider. So the image slider that isn't in here by default. If you wanted to have all of your cars listed, Matt Hamlin wanted to have all of his cars listed with the different wraps he has, he can add those right here. And let's see what options we have with things like this. You can change the images of the image slider. You can, let's see, slider transition. You want them to slide off to this side. You want them to fade in, fade out, that sort of thing. Auto
we have a good question. We have a good question
intervals.
because this actually comes from a different time in the world. The question is it best to name your app with an A versus a Z? Now, do you know why that? I mean, do you understand why that question's relevant?
Name
where
your
it
app
came from
with an A versus a Z?
Yes.
Oh, are you talking about like why like auto detailers be like AAA auto, or a Chinese food restaurant is AAA Chinese or something like that?
Yes.
Yeah, that's for the phone book. That's for the phone book.
Yes, that is for the Yellow Pages error.
Era?
And yes, I said that correct. The Yellow Pages era / error now. If you're investing in Yellow Pages now, you've got problems. But back in the day, you were listed based alphabetically. Whenever you do a search, it's more geographically location. So the more geocoding that you can do, that's how the search algorithm is going to find you first. Now, that's without search engine optimization, things like that. Just you're going to be in it just geographically. But if you do the geotagging and all the stuff that's inside of it, those are what's going to be. So when somebody that's registered with an IP address in Central Ohio, or let's say for Matt Hamlin's sake in Southern Ohio, Huntington, West Virginia area, when somebody searches mobile detailing or car wraps or signage or something along those lines, in his website, in his app, if mainly the website, the wording and stuff in there will ping, and we did a show on the search engine optimization that'll show you how to do that. So no, the answer is no. It doesn't matter so much anymore. But that's a great question because in years past, having the number one in front of you got you literally at the front of the phone book.
It did. You're totally right.
Or AA, if you were A plus HVAC.
Yep.
Well, you were in front of Steve's HVAC, which may be the number one HVAC. But if you were one A HVAC, you were in front of it. And so a lot of people try to play those to get the highest on the alphabetical order, which 0 is number one. Yes, I said that right. 0 is number one. But that's not so applicable to us anymore.
Yeah. So Jeff, yeah, A to be the first, but yeah, it's not necessary anymore. Good question though. That's actually a great question, and that is
Yeah,
a
I
nice
like it.
looking old fashioned you got there, David.
There we go.
There you go. All right, so let's say hypothetically we went through, we updated this app, and all the stuff on here is exactly how we want it. That you have publish options here. So this is actually where it gets to the point where to fully publish the app, you do need to sign up. However, it says it's free, right? And we can get into the differences between the free option versus the paid options later, but it's totally free. However, this is where you'd go to publish your app. It's right there. Hey, David, where'd you see the QR code?
Let's go over to the top right here, and it says preview app. To your right on the banner.
Yep, right there.
Purple banner.
See, again, I haven't used this before now, so let's see. Okay,
click on
loading.
that.
There we
Okay,
go.
now you'll see it over
right
here.
on your
Try it
device.
on your device. So click that, and
it
everybody
loads
on
a
the
QR code.
screen, everybody watching right now, I'm going to try it too. I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to scan that QR code from this show and get that app.
Well, I'm going to see if we can. Let's see.
Oh no! Now it's just my big head in the way.
There we go. So I'm going to go ahead, and you can probably see what my phone's doing here. I'm going to go, and I'm going to scan this app. And it loaded on my phone. Again, loading a little slow. But there's the, let's see, here's the image.
There it is.
Yeah, there's the image slider. Oh, and what you'll notice here, this thing that popped up with the icon,
Yep.
It says, add Noah's Car Wash to your home screen. So all the app icons on your phone, what this does is it
I see
adds
the
that.
Underdog Journey logo.
Yep. It adds that to your home screen. We don't necessarily need that right now, so we're going to X out of that. But here are your products and services.
So now you can click it, and it just downloads the app to your phone.
Yeah.
Now straight from your phone, boom.
Yep.
You're straight onto the car wash.
Right. This is what a preview of the app now looks like. You have your shopping cart. Let's click on add to cart. I just added that car wash to my cart. Let's add this into my cart. And if you'll notice down here, it mentions the order total is $50. Let's hit order total. I would have to. It wants me to log in to complete a sale because this is just a test. But
it still want you to log in as a customer. As a customer, you're going to want to log in to complete that sale anyway.
Right, exactly. So there's my shopping cart with the 2 items in there. If I had favorite items. Now, what you'll also notice, though, is the Jotform logo right there at the bottom. You see that?
Yeah.
So here's what we're going to do.
I can live with that.
Right. So here is how they get away.
Version brings you. If that's what the free version brings you, I mean, as a budding entrepreneur, I would absolutely live with that. I mean,
right. So
to me, it's no big deal.
What you'll notice here is on the sandbox version of this on the desktop, where you're actually editing and adding the elements to it. When you scroll all the way to the bottom, you'll notice the Jotform little banner here at the bottom. Create your own store. This is how they get away with having a free app, because this is how they can get new customers. However, when you start paying, when you upgrade, this banner will go away if you chose. I'm sure you could choose to add it again. But look, like David just said, I think it's a small price to pay. If I want a free app developed to my specifications with all of my product and e-com functionality, very small price to pay. Oh, so a sandbox on a development.
What was the question?
What's a sandbox? So,
okay, all right.
So on development software, on a development platform, a sandbox is basically an area where you can just go in, play with it, make changes without it being live. Mm-hmm. And then when you publish it, it's a fully published.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
So it's like a sandbox, really.
Sandbox.
It's a good name.
It's a good name. It's some smart people out there.
It's separated. It's segregated. It's not necessarily tied in with network operation and full functionality. It stands by itself. So if you were to let's say test out an app, or let's say my computer for work got wildly infected with this, that, and the other, the IT group would open it up and run it in a sandbox, completely disconnected, not to any network, and dig through it completely offline. So it's isolated to itself.
So it's like the Harry Potter.
Another use of the term sandbox.
The Harry Potter room of that room where they can
The
go
room of
practice.
requirements?
The room of requirements is the word you're looking for.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm not a Harry Potter, trivia person.
let's not get down.
Get
go down
him
that rabbit
off
hole.
this show.
Let's not go down that rabbit hole. Today is we don't have that much time left. We'll be here all night. Okay, so you can also here at the bottom add, and we just got muted because you got Warner Media.
I don't think it was on note or on time enough to get us flagged.
I wouldn't put it past Warner Media. Down here at the bottom, real quick though, you also notice the add page. Let's say you want more than just that one front page. Guess what? Now you have a whole new page to add products and services and blog posts and content to this. You can have this be an about page. You can have this be a page that loads your blogs from your website. If you wanted your front page to be more about your service and you want your second page to now be your products, guess what? You can do that here. You can add as many pages as you want with as many products and services and as much content as you want.
Yeah, it's very good. Content, more video, things of that actually drive you up in the list as well.
So I know this walkthrough has been a little clunky because I haven't actually used this before right now, but considering
I think it was great.
Considering we just
great.
got in here, I haven't even entered an email address in here yet, and we're doing all of this. I mean, it's amazing how easy this is.
I like it.
Yeah.
So if there's one of you guys out there, and you know what, I'm going to try to tag a company here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it through this. It's called the Drunken Bottle.
And what do they do besides drink?
They take these bourbon and whiskey and scotch bottles and whatnot, and even the small ones, they'll turn the small ones into night lights. And the bigger ones, they'll turn into little desk lamps, or if you get a real big bottle, you can get a decent sized lamp out of them. And so that would be a great, great format for them to sell their product from. Fidelity Mobile Wrapping Solutions,
right? Great
place to sell it to. Big Bentley's Pet Supplies.
100%.
Big Bentley, if you're not on this right now, I'm going to slap you the next time I see you. You got to get this. You got to get this going. App where you can buy right there from an app. And inside of that, now you can have content of you using your product to clean to show you the tips on, how much scrubbing, white linen with a book on top, some tricks to the trade to help get, stains and whatnot out of carpets and other items. The use of this, if you have a small business and you're selling a service or product, you should be on this. And if you guys need somebody to help walk you through it, to help you with brainstorming ideas and whatnot, reach out to either West or West friend Dave. We'll help you.
Right. So, before we wrap up, though, a lot of people might be asking, well, why would I want this versus just having an e-com website and they can just buy off of there? I can put blogs on there. I can have an about page on there, and they just log on to the website. Well, here's why it's important. We mentioned earlier in the show customer loyalty. And the thing is, when you have an app, it encourages that loyalty by encouraging repeat service, repeat purchases. Because when somebody needs, another bag of dog treats, or they need more candles because they just burned out all their candles, or they need their third Ferrari wrapped. Well, guess what? They don't have to log on to your website. They don't have to Google you and find your information, then go to your website and then find the service they need. No, they actually have it right there. They need their house cleaned. They need to schedule something with their personal trainer. They literally have the app right there. They click it, schedule it, buy the product or service. They're out. They're done. And it's that easy for them. It's convenience. So that is the real benefit of having an app like this. In addition to your e-com website, you should still have the website. You should still have, your social platforms. But an app is just one more layer on top of that. In addition to the fact that it just looks good. When your company has an app, in addition to a website, in addition to a good social standing, social platform standing, it looks really professional. And this Jotforms, when you spend some time and you build it out the right way, you build it out to look good, it looks amazing. Some other platforms that we mentioned much earlier in the show, you can get as advanced as you want, and you can actually, if you wanted to, you could do coding on some of those, but you could build a clone of Facebook on some of those. Now, it's going to take some more time, and you'll probably be scaling up a little bit and maybe spending a little bit of money. But as far as a nice solid free app, you can't beat Jotforms. It's amazing.
Yeah, I might just start creating apps just to, hey, schedule times when I'm traveling into different parts of the, because I do a decent amount of travel, and I travel places, and we'll just download the app and say, hey, we're going to be in here at this time. Let's go drink at this pub. I might create an app on this website just to schedule pub drinking time.
Well, that's a real thing too. Look, let's say you have a group of friends who like to get together on a regular basis, but you don't really want to put your stuff on Facebook or in a Facebook app or something along those lines, or the Facebook group or something along those lines. You can
this is a completely privately controlled platform.
You can develop a private app that only certain people have access to. You can load whatever kind of content you want. You can have it behind a password wall. Nobody. It's. I'm not going to say it's unhackable. Nothing's unhackable. But look, it's not public at all. And you can have blog posts. You can have private information. You can have contact information. You can schedule things. Say, hey David, I know you're going to be in town. How about Saturday? Guess what? You can add that to his calendar. Let's say Matt Harmon, you're in this group also. I'm going to meet David on Saturday, but let's you and I hang out on Friday. Add that to your calendar. All of this stuff right from this app. So you translate between your personal life and business. Churches could use this for amazing things. Any social group. All three of us are a member of other social organizations that could use similar things for so many purposes. So I think there's just endless possibilities for something like this. And the fact that it's free is, just mind-blowing.
Yeah, I think it's. Yeah. The ability from this and the simplicity of it is just phenomenal. Absolutely love it. And I think that we got through it. We showed its functionality and what you could do with it. Only on the surface. This is only
that was
really
very
only showed
surface
you
level.
One template out of hundreds, 300 at least, on one of their products. In one section of their website.
Yeah, that was very surface level. I almost feel like we did a disservice by being that surface level. But the fact that none of us had ever been in this platform before, and we easily navigated around, we easily figured out how to do things, and with just playing around over the course of a day, we could have what looks like a very professional looking app with full e-com functionality, scheduling functionality. For free.
Yeah, so easy, a caveman could do it.
He's right there behind me.
What? There was an insurance.
That was Geico with the Geico caveman.
Geico with the caveman. I just happen to pull up all my domains here. I got the Ada Windax. I've got America Garage Club, Crazyology, Demon Spiders, Field of Furniture. What the hell did I buy that for? Flip That Bus. Funk for the People, FunkleSam.com. I got FunkleSam.com, HappyLittleBeer.com, Hippie and the Beast.
You got some good ones. You got some good domains.
Let's see what's next.
Let's say you wanted to build an app. Let's say you want to build an app to sell these domains that you're squatting on. You could do that too.
It's cobbling time. Jenny from the Bus, Jenny's Pleasure Bus. There's a classic. Just Busting Around. My Circles. That's the one I was thinking about. It's like we have one that would be a great name for that app where we're friends all meet up here in this mycircles.com. There we go.
Well, look, here's another thing. Look, let's say that you want to start a business, right? But you don't know. Let's say you don't know what business you want to start. You need a good product or service. Other people want apps, but you don't know how to code. Guess what you could do? Guess what anybody could do? They could go on this platform. They could build an app. And look, I would recommend upgrading so the Jotforms logo isn't on there anymore.
Yes, absolutely. Now you can turn over a product.
But upgrade to their top tier, which is like $30 a month. Upgrade to their top tier, $30 a month. You can build a professional looking app with zero coding, sell it back to a company for $100 a month. Guess what? That's money in the bank, man. Tell me there aren't people out there doing it right now.
Yeah, I'm just looking at just on that note about selling websites. I'm just looking at the, how they put their estimates on value. let's see. I stopped at my circles. I got NickyMouse.net, which is.
I don't think we have enough time to go through all of your domains, David.
Yeah.
You got quite a library.
Pennies, Bows, Random Frivolity. Random Frivolity is actually a very valuable website.
That was a good one.
I got Revel-Ltd, Revel Limited, Simply Life Safety, and The Gentlemanly Way. That rounds out the ones I've got here just on these. Wait, there's another page. You're right. We don't have time to go through all of my websites.
We don't have time.
But for some stuff, I mean, this is the stuff that you guys have been able to gather off of this show over the last 2 years. Not the first episode. The first episode was terrible. But after episode 3, when we started drinking on the show, it really went uphill.
It got way better. And then we added rum, and it got worse again. So, I mean...
That's Steve's fault. That's all Steve. We'll blame him.
Yeah, we got to have him back on. That was a fun show.
Absolutely. I think we should get it scheduled soon and get it on the calendar, maybe even just after our 2 year, just like, 2 weeks from today, get him back. Hopefully he's still watching and he can join us here in a little bit. So I think we're going to have to wrap up for this evening. And, I did tag the Drunken Bottle and I tagged the Zovi Candles. Mm-hmm. Those are two people that I think they could definitely, out the gate. Big Bentleys, I mean, they should be watching anyway.
Totally. Agree.
And Fidelity Mobile Solutions, Matt Hamlin's a frequent viewer, so I don't really need to tag him.
Yeah.
So hopefully he's watching as well and has got to see this, because there's some really high-end functionality that you can get for free. Just between the last 2 weeks, we're talking some major free marketing ability for your businesses that can take you to not the next level, but 5 levels up.
Right, absolutely. So I mentioned, if you think next week is a good week for it, I'm going to have AI completely write the entire thing, the entire agenda, and actually develop some content for it as far as social posts, as far as a video. We'll actually make a video, all of it created by AI, and show you how easy that is. And not just AI, my favorite thing, free AI platforms to develop all of this stuff. And it's super easy I can't believe more people don't know how to do this stuff.
Yeah, it's be cool. Next week, we're going to invite Elon Musk to watch the show. So you guys have got to tune in for him to be there or not be there.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, Elon. He didn't show. He's a no-show.
Oh, damn it.
Elon, you jerk. So
he might be watching.
Next
don't call him a jerk. He might be watching, and we don't know.
Elon, you're not a jerk. You're a wonderful human being. Come join us and give us lots of money. But next week is going to be our 2 years without missing a single week. That's unbelievable. Our current wives don't necessarily like it, but I can't believe this actually happened.
Done this on a balcony of a cruise ship out in the Atlantic Ocean.
You did. I saw.
To not miss a week.
It's incredible.
We do it on vacations to the chagrin of our parabons. And, I do it while I travel around for work. I blow off my boss at meetings with team members like, nope, Wednesday evenings, or that window is mine. You can't have it.
Luckily, your boss and coworkers don't watch this show. So
actually, there was somebody on earlier commenting about you, and I believe it was you talking about mixing your Blantons with Diet Coke.
Oh, I didn't.
And he said that's a sin, man.
Hilarious. No, I didn't see that comment.
Yeah, he did put that through.
That's funny. All right. Well, we've been going for a while.
That's it.
It was a great show.
Yep. Hour and a half. Good show.
That was a lot of fun, though. That was, we should start making apps just for the fun of it. Like, everything we do will be on an app.
Oh, my God.
Written by AI from now on.
Beware. You guys are going to start getting people I text and talk to a lot. You're going to start just getting links to download apps I make now.
That's it. Why not?
I'm just going to be making apps. Oh, hey, I wanted to chat with you. Well, if you need to chat, you need to put it on this app here.
Yeah, schedule on my app.
Time linked up.
Actually, with all of your clients, I mean, if you had an app, why not give them a link to make time with you? I
have to, because of the company I work for, I need to get some kind of approval. But I'm thinking about creating a hot ticket item a hot ticket. So stuff that they really need attention on,
Mm-hmm.
not the stuff that's just, your day-to-day tech support or customer service type stuff, but hey, these things are high level and they deserve my attention and up.
Well,
And
look. Remember how with my personal clients, I have the bat phone.
the bat phone. Yeah.
So for everybody watching and listening, the bat phone, when I was just doing my own thing with my own personal clients, not working for any corporate companies, I had a bat phone service. So for a little bit more, they had access to me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Doesn't matter what I was doing, anytime they call, they text, bam, I am there, 100% attention, any time of the night or day. That's the bat phone service. Why not have an app like that for your clients? Yeah. Now, look, it's not necessarily like you're adding anything to the service beyond what they could get if you had a PA. It's basically the same as having a personal assistant. They just go through the app, they schedule, they see information. You could have links to your podcast thing that you do for your company.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all kinds of
Monday updates. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is a quick last note for me. Because I started doing that update broadcast. So I took my experience from the Underdog journey and rolled that. So all the stuff up to this point has kind of been rolling from business into the podcast, right? So I decided to flip it. And I took the podcast experience and the presenter experience and flipped it back to the business and do an update show every Monday for my 50 blah, 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 whatever companies that go from Maine all the way over to Buffalo, from Bangor to Buffalo. And the reaction to it has been amazing. I've got other people that are in my same role across the country going, hey, send me your this or send me your that so that I want to get this too. Kind of all of it encapsulated in one thing. And it's absolutely doing phenomenal. So it's been really great because I've been able to roll both directions now on bringing the experience from, all the business stuff I've done for decades. And now taking stuff from the podcast, which is 2 years now.
Right.
After tonight, we'll be starting our week of our 2-year anniversary into we'll call it our Michigan week into the business world. So it's been really nice to see it go both ways. I'm very, very, very pleased it's now made that full transition.
Yeah, and that's awesome. That's the point. That's the whole point of this, right? Is to help, business and help development and to bring those skills back into the business world. So, we had some comments earlier on that we should be doing just a beer show or just a drinking show or rum or all that fun stuff. And maybe we will, but the point of this is business and business development and marketing and sales. And I think a lot of people have gotten a lot of value out of this. And the last 2 years have been so much fun.
It has been a blast. I can't believe we're getting ready to start our, our roll up into our 2 years. 2 years.
2 years.
104 weeks in a row doing this.
Yeah.
It is it's pretty astonishing. I honestly, after our first episode, I'm like, all right, we got 10. If we get 10 in, we're good. And then 10 came and went like it was nothing.
It goes
then,
quick.
It was like kept going, and then all of a sudden, just a couple of weeks ago, we did our 100th.
Yeah.
And now we're getting ready to face our 104th, which again, it's not a huge span of difference between those 2.
2 years.
But we were talking about your 100th episode and your 2-year anniversary. That's a big deal. Most television shows, to get 100 episodes, that's years and years, more than 2 on the air. They get what, 24-ish episodes per season. So to get to 100, it's there's 4 years right there. So a little over.
Jeez, man.
So it's been fun. It's been a lot of hard work on West.
Well, you've done some work too. You've done your fair amount of
But there was that one
drinking.
day that you didn't know.
No,
that wasn't it.
Look.
All right, I think we're ready to wrap her up.
All right. Well, it's been fun. So I've been Wes. This guy's been David. This guy's been Matt Harmon. And we'll see you next year. Wait, next week for our 2-year anniversary. And one of these days, I might actually get a full sentence out without stumbling over my words
or being interrupted. But the chances are
that's never
going
to happen. That's never going to happen.
Indeed. Indeed.
between.